morning on agentic AI. We're going to talk about, with Gaelle Henaff Sterbik, Ask the Ocean Agent. And she is an officer of user services at the European Digital Twin of the Ocean, Edito, at Mercator Ocean International. Let's welcome Gaelle Henaff Sterbik. Thank you very much for your warm welcome of Gaelle. Hello.
So, hello everyone. So I'm going just to give you a short presentation about Mercator's Ocean Agent and the plans we have to improve it in the future. So first of all, a quick introduction. We all saw yesterday great examples of how AI can improve operational oceanography, whether it was for forecasting or helping scientists benchmark their models. So I've put just a few examples of them with GLONET and OceanBench. But more than that, we also asked ourselves how AI can be used as an interface between the users and the tools we can propose in oceanography. And we were wondering, what about an ocean AI agent? So currently, most of the AI agents you can find deployed on the web are mainly information assistant. So you have easy to access information, you have a multilingual service, they are supposedly available 24/7 and they help us handle a large volume of questions. The Ocean Agent at Mercator covers around 45 languages, is available more than 99% of the time, and you can also chat with it via the web or via email. But the main issue you can have is that their main role is often limited to guidance, so you can ask questions to it, but it will find the right data source to answer to you, but it won't necessarily be able to perform the task for you and just give you the path to it. You also have, so for a few of them, and it's the case with the Ocean Agent at Mercator, when the complexity of the user request exceeds the agent capabilities, the task is handed off to a human agent. So it's what we called it AI services with human in the loop. So that's what we have on our side. And yeah, basically that's another help to improve this type of use with the agent. So concerning the Mercator's approach, basically you have two main points. So first of all, you have responsible user-centered services that is rooted in the unique oceanographic expertise that Mercator has. And you also have the human intervention I mentioned in every critical step. So whether it's like for having the agent ready, working well, monitoring the responses, enriching the knowledge, and just making sure that it works well. And when you add these two points, you get a lot of things. The first one being that you get a steady growth in the agent resolution rate. So over the last 2 years, you've got the Mercator agent that had a steady growth in the resolution rate. So you went from 40% to almost 90% resolution rate in the last 2 years, but you also can see this type of result with the user satisfaction to the answer that are provided, and also the number of actions the agent is able to do on its own. So it's really useful, but we are still wondering how we can improve this. And the main goal we have here with the Ocean Agent that we offer to the users of our services is to improve the user services performance. And to do so, we want to keep improving the Ocean AI Agent by moving it into a more active and context-aware operational partner. And to do so, we are working on three main points. So the first one is having, so when you discuss with the agent, the ISD is that it will be able to see what kind of profiles you are, so whether you like beginners or policymakers, and to offer you the right tools for you to be able to use the data that you want to. We also wanted to be able to do on-the-fly calculations. So instead of just giving you, for example, you ask the temperature in a certain area. So instead of saying to you, okay, you can check this data set, it will directly give you the answers to it. And the last point is vertical task execution. So just to move from a passive assistant to something that can really do the work for you and explain also to you how it can be done. So yeah, that's the 3 main points we have in mind for this. And yeah, so basically when you will be asking a question, the agent will be able to identify the right data set, understand the scientific variable you're mentioning, generate an access workflow, and interpret an ocean indicator, all of while being able to explain to you how to do it on your own if you want later. So you will get the solution and not just the path to it. So the first example we have, so this one is the impacts of marine heat wave. It's something that you can already do on your own. So in this case, we are having a user that is just wondering what are the impacts of marine heat wave, and is having a chat with the ocean agent. So he is first asking, the user is asking a bit of information, so the agent is able to answer with what makes the marine heat wave concerning, the current situation, what are the major impacts, and also provide you a few links if you want to have more information. But you're still a bit curious, so you're wondering what type of data you can use to study them. So here again, he will recommend you a few data products from the Copernicus Marine Catalog there. So you have ocean monitoring indicators, real-time analysis products, and it also explains to you what makes the data valuable depending on what you want to look for, and also tells you how you can visualize it if you'd like to. So you can keep discussing with it, and here in this case it's about the sea surface temperature trend, and you choose to click on one of the links the agent provides to you. You are redirected to a visualization tool with the specific data products from the Copernicus Climate Change Service. But you don't necessarily understand what you see because you are not an expert in marine heat wave. So you can go back to the chatbot, upload the pictures it just showed you, and ask it to analyze it for you. And then it will be able to prompt all sorts of information and explain what you can see, just for you to be sure that you can understand it correctly. So it talks to you about widespread warming, regional variability. I'll always ask you if you want to have more information or if you need specific things to be able to continue your work. And you can just, so in this case, summarize the key points of your conversation if you want to have everything you need in mind. So yeah, this is already available. There is the demonstration outside if you want to chat with this agent. But yeah, it's something that's already online. And the second example I have here, so here it's the calculation of sea surface temperature. So it's the on-the-fly calculation that I've mentioned before. In this case, so it's still a preview features, we are still working on it. But here you have, so there was a question already asked before, but you have two ways of doing this type of interaction. You can provide directly, for example, here, exact coordinates of the points you want to study with the dates and the depth you'd like to see for the sea surface temperature. And it will do the computation for you. So you have the value that are already available, along with the data set that have been used to do the calculations. You can also repeat this question, but in a more natural language. So you're like, okay, I want to have the temperature in the Gulf of Naples, and next Monday. So you don't give the exact dates, you don't give the exact area, but the agent will still be able to upload it thanks to a lot of tools in the background. So in this case, you also have a small disclaimer saying that you may want to check the area that was used for the calculation. But here you also have the interactive notebook that is created for you to see. So the notebook, so you are redirected to the Edito platform. So yeah, you just wait a little bit for the notebook to open itself, but basically you have the computation that the agent did on its own with the inputs you provided. So you have the libraries that have been used, the request parameters, so the bounded box, the depth, the date, the variable, and the data products. The type of calculation that has been done. So here you have the mean with the aggregation and all of the subfunction. And you also have the parameters that have been used. So here the calculation was done with the Copernicus Marine Toolbox. But yeah, basically you have everything in the notebook that is provided here. And at the end you also have the value that was sent by the agent on the chatbot. So that's a few examples of what we'd like to implement in the future for this type of action. And just quickly to conclude, so the main goal here also, we'd like to integrate the ocean agent better in the European digital ocean ecosystem. So we are thinking of multi-agent orchestration, so it was also presented in the presentation before. But yeah, so all with having in mind to help users navigate better the tools we offer in oceanography. One of the first examples we have is that, so it's coming soon on Edito, is the Ocean Intelligence AI Assistance. So basically, it will be a natural language interface between the end users and the marine data and ecosystem of Edito. So you will be able to discuss with it, request information, and it will identify the appropriate data set for you and presenting everything in an intuitive 3D globe visualization. So yeah, that's one of the first steps. And just to conclude, obviously, none of these features would exist if it weren't for the users that have been using it for years. So we're inviting you to keep sharing your suggestions, your idea, and your feedback. And yeah, it's just with this that we can help shape the future of the user services at Mercator. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Gaelle. I have a simple question because this is important work that you have undertaken at Mercator. When did you put into place this agent and when was it launched?
So our first version was out in 2019, so it was just a chatbot, an information chatbot, but with the growing user needs, Mercator add with their services. A version like this one was deployed in 2023 with human in the loop. So it was the first time we had AI services with human in the loop at Mercator.
Okay, thank you. I think it's interesting to kind of take a time frame perspective as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Gaelle. Let's welcome her back to the room. And